The scent of aged parchment and leather hung heavy in the air of the forgotten Ottoman archive. Dust motes danced in the slivers of moonlight that pierced through the high-arched windows. Ilara, a young historian with an insatiable curiosity, carefully turned the brittle pages of a forgotten Fairman, a royal decree. For years, she had been chasing whispers, fragments of a narrative deliberately obscured, a lost Islamic history, as some dared to call it. Her mentor, the venerable Professor Abbas, had instilled in her the understanding that history wasn't a single unbroken line, but a tapestry with threads deliberately snipped and rewoven. He spoke of the golden age of Islamic civilization, not just as a footnote in Western history books focusing solely on military conquests, but as a vibrant era of groundbreaking scientific discoveries, philosophical debates that shaped human thought, and artistic and architectural marvels that still whispered their stories in the stones of ancient cities. Tonight, Ilara felt closer than ever to reclaiming one of those lost threads. The Firman, penned in elegant Ottoman script, detailed the establishment of a Dar al-Hikmah, a house of wisdom, in a remote Anatolian town during the 16th century. It wasn't the famous Baghdad institution, but its existence hinted at a wider intellectual flourishing than mainstream history acknowledged. As she deciphered the intricate details, the names of scholars, the subjects taught, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, even the descriptions of the library's vast collection, Ilara felt a thrill course through her. This wasn't just a dry historical document. It was a window into a world where intellectual pursuit was championed, where different fields of knowledge intertwined, mirroring the spirit of the earlier Abbasid era. Suddenly, a faint scratching sound broke the silence. Ilara froze, her heart pounding. She wasn't alone. A shadow detached itself from the deeper recesses of the archive. Fear mingled with a strange sense of anticipation. "Who's there?" she whispered, clutching the Firman to her chest. A figure emerged, cloaked and hooded, their face obscured by the dim light. They moved with an unnerving silence. "You seek what was lost," the figure rasped, their voice like dry leaves rustling in the wind. Ilara, though startled, stood her ground. "I seek the truth, the complete story." The figure extended a hand, and in it Ilara saw not a weapon, but another scroll, older and more fragile than the Firman. "Then you must be willing to look beyond the narratives that have been carefully constructed." Hesitantly, Ilara took the scroll. As her fingers brushed against its aged surface, she felt a connection to centuries past, a tangible link to the scholars and thinkers whose contributions had been marginalized or forgotten. "This," the figure continued, their voice softening slightly, "tells of the astronomical observatories built across the Islamic world, centuries before Tycho Brahe, of the sophisticated surgical instruments developed by al-Zahrawi, many of which are still used today, of the intricate water management systems that sustained vast populations." Ilara's mind raced. These were the very threads Professor Abbas had spoken of, the evidence of a civilization that had not only preserved the knowledge of the ancients, but had significantly advanced it. "Who are you?" Ilara asked, her voice filled with awe. The figure slowly lowered their hood, revealing a face etched with wisdom and a hint of melancholy. "I am a keeper of the echoes," they said softly. "We have waited for someone to listen again." As dawn began to paint the sky with hues of orange and pink, Ilara left the archive, the two scrolls clutched tightly in her hands. The lost Islamic history was no longer just a whisper. It was a tangible reality, waiting to be unveiled, a testament to a civilization whose intellectual and cultural contributions had profoundly shaped the world, a story waiting to be reclaimed, one forgotten document at a time. Her journey had just begun.